Now we are going to listen to an interview about this man. What do you think his job is? What does he do? Yes, Camila?
Office.
He's a chef.
So we're in the office.
I guess I think so. He's manager or his boss. I think so.
Is the boss,
So, yeah,
exactly.
he's the boss. Yeah.
He works where? Sorry,
In a restaurant.
in a restaurant.
Yes.
He works in a restaurant. So he is a. Camila said
Boss.
he is a
Chef.
chef. Exactly. Okay. So the interview is about him opening a restaurant in Santiago, in Chile, in Latin America. Okay. Work in pairs. We have 5 images. Put them in order as you hear them. What are you going to do?
We put in order.
As they mentioned, exactly. Okay. All right. For you too, yes.
Okay.
For you too. Ready?
1.5. Kevin, why did you decide to open a restaurant in Chile?
I'd always wanted to have my own restaurant, and it would have been very expensive to do that in England. Traditional English breakfasts, and then we have a lot of English desserts at lunchtime. For example, trifle. That's a typical English dessert made with fruit and cake and cream. I think eating good food's never cheap, but I think that today the best place for a tourist to eat in England is in a pub, especially the ones called gastropubs. Pubs which are also restaurants. These pubs are beginning to serve really good food that's not too expensive.
You said earlier that your chef was a man. Do you have any women working in your kitchen?
Yes, one, but the rest are all men. In fact, I think that's typical all over the world. There are far more men than women in restaurant kitchens.
Why do you think that is?
I think there are a lot of reasons. The most important reason is probably the unsocial hours. Most women don't want a job where you have to work until late at night.
Okay. So talk to each other for a minute, yes? And compare your answers. Yeah?
Check your answers.
Decide to open in Chile because they say that
Yeah,
they like
this is a restaurant.
European, they like
Yeah.
European food. Next
They
one.
do very nice
Festival is
English
They,
dessert.
yeah, they can serve some English dessert.
Yes.
the second
Trifle.
is mentioned. Yes.
And
But this is the gastropub. They say that it's really
Drink.
popular
Oh,
in
yes, everything.
UK. And
Just
he's,
named.
yeah, this is the restaurant he's opening in Chile.
Can you check if you two have same answers?
First one, he opened a
He
restaurant.
called the
Second,
restaurant Frederick
3.
because of his father. Yeah.
We are all the same.
Same, yes? Okay.
No, it's fine.
Okay, great. So what was the first thing that he mentioned?
Restaurant.
First,
Restaurant.
yeah.
Yes. Where is the restaurant?
in Chile,
In Chile.
because
Chile.
he said the people who live in there, they think you like European, that they prefer European food, so was the reason why he liked to open there.
Exactly. They like European food, so they are pro-European, yeah? Good. And what's the next thing you mentioned? Dessert, yes. Which is a trifle. Yes, very good. What's next?
Gastropub,
Show me the picture.
so
Excellent, yes. Gastropub, great. And after that?
just chefs.
Both male and female.
Sorry?
Both male and female in the kitchen.
Both men and male and females, right?
Yes.
Good. And finally is
He's
He
British
means the
cheese.
English
Yeah, he's
cheese with cake.
do you remember the name?
cheese.
English blue cheese?
Yeah,
Oh, yes,
he's,
yes, good,
I
yeah.
miss British cheese
With
Mhm.
cake.
with cake.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard Stilton?
Ah,
The name of the cheese, yeah? So that's Stilton, yeah?
okay.
Okay, fantastic. So now look, you're going to have 7 questions, okay? So we will listen again, and you'll have to listen and answer the questions, okay? So please read the questions and tell me if you have any questions about vocabulary in the questions, okay? Ready?
1.5.
Kevin, why did you decide to open a restaurant in Chile?
I'd always wanted to have my own restaurant, and it would have been very expensive to do that in England.
Were Chilean people surprised when they heard that an English chef was going to open a restaurant here?
Yes, they were. Very. I think people don't usually expect the English to be good cooks.
Is your chef English?
No, he's Chilean, but I've taught him to make some English dishes.
What kind of English dishes do you have on your menu?
Well, we're open in the morning, and we serve traditional English breakfasts, and then we have a lot of English desserts at lunchtime. Then there's the atmosphere. Women don't like being shouted at, and there's a lot of shouting in restaurant kitchens. It's also usually incredibly hot, and I think women don't like that either.
And finally, is there any English food that you really miss here?
The thing I miss most living in Chile is English cheese. I really miss Stilton, which is a wonderful English blue cheese. It's not as famous as some of the French cheese. Thank you.
Okay. So I would like to ask Lyrian to come over here and join Eleonora. And so you will work together and check your answers. And Margie and Mercy, you will be together. And finally Camila and Musa, yes?
Okay.
So 2 minutes, compare your answers. Okay?
So,
Maybe firstly, it's very expensive.
Oh
to
yes,
open a
very
restaurant in
expensive. A
UK.
new idea.
Yeah, because it's a new idea, pro-European. Yeah, it's a new idea.
Okay, so let's check answers, yes? So question number 1. Why did Kevin decide to open a restaurant in Chile, Eleonora?
because they say that was really expensive to open a restaurant in UK, and also because people are pro-European and they like European food. So
Excellent. Do you agree, Camilla?
Yes.
Yes? Great. So what about question 2? Why did he call it Fredericks, Camilla?
Because his father name.
His father's name.
Yes.
His second name also.
And that's also his second.
second
Thank
name,
you.
yeah.
Very good. What about question 4? What English dishes does he serve, Margie?
Breakfast English and dessert. This, for example, trifle, cream, fruit, sandwich, cakes, and tea.
Yes, wonderful.